Hello, boys and girls. It's Miss Idle back for another lesson from my Counseling Corner. Today we're going to do another lesson about the 6 career paths. And the story I'm going to read today is going to focus a little bit on the Health Services Red Pathway. It's going to focus a little bit in the yellow Human Services Pathway. It'll dabble a little bit with the Natural Resource Agriculture path, that's green, the Nature Pathway. A little bit of Business Management and Technology, blue, the Business Pathway. A little bit of purple, Arts and Communication. The only one I think I'm missing out on a little bit today is orange, our Fixing and Building Pathway. So I guess we're going to see. All right. My story I'm going to share today is one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite books that I actually keep in my calming corner, where I've got all of my cuddly things and my stretchy things and my glitter shake-up bottle that help me feel good when I'm feeling a little bit sad or mad or worried. Okay? My book is called How to Get a Job by Me the Boss. And I'm going to read this to you today. I love it because it makes me laugh. I hope this book makes you laugh too. Okay. So here we go. This book is by Sally Lloyd-Jones and Sue Heap. If you want to get a job, first you need to know exactly what a job is. A job is so you can have something to do and get money for your family. And sometimes a job is so you can get all dressed up and wear your new shoes to work. Some jobs are very big, like President of the World. And some jobs are very small, like balloon holder, except sometimes your balloon can pop and then you are unemployed, which means now you don't have a job. Here's what a job isn't. Sitting in your chair eating cookies. School is sort of a job because you do homework, except they do not pay you any money. Before you get a job, you need to decide what you want to be when you grow up. You could be a cowboy or an explorer or someone who drives a big red car or even a super ballerina, soccer mermaid, fairy princess like me, or actually anything you want, except you should not be a robber. It is not allowed. Some people want to be a penguin when they grow up, but that is just silly. A job to get is something you love. For instance, if you like going on tiptoes, best, you could be a ballerina. Or if you like balls best, you could be a soccer player. Or if you love holding your breath, you could be a scuba diver. But it must be something that you are good at, or no one will want you to do it for them. Like, it is not suitable to be a world famous chef if you can't even cook cereal, right? Who's going to pay you to do that? Or be a hairdresser if you don't even know any good hairstyles. Or a spy if you don't know any good hiding places and you just sit there and everyone can see you. If you are a magician, first you have to find someone you can cut in half who won't mind. Then you call them my lovely assistant and do friendly smiling at them so they won't run away. And next you get an audience and you shout, "I will now pull a horse out of this big bag, everyone." And then you go, wham, a horse, bam, and a horse is there. Whew, that's tricky. If you are a doctor, you need to get a white coat and some patience. And next you will go around with a big needle saying things like, "Oh, I'm afraid it is gangrene chicken scarlet monkeypox, and we should operate immediately and amputate," which means to cut it off. It's gangrene chicken scarlet monkeypox. Here's what else you do if you are a doctor. You look inside patients' mouths for germs and tonsils. You listen with your stethoscope. You write stuff like ear infection and dangerously allergic to broccoli on pieces of paper, and you give it to them. And that is your diagnosis, which is basically what's wrong. And then you write a prescription, which is how to get better, like the only cure is M&Ms. And then you put Band-Aids on and they feel better. That's a lot of Band-Aids, boys and girls. I wonder if Band-Aids help you feel better. If you are a teacher, first you need to find some kids and make them all come to your school and behave, which means not talk unless you say so. And they are your students. This way. School. Here's what else teachers need. A big red pencil, some teacher shoes, a board to write directions on, invisible eyes that can see behind them. And teachers must know all the answers and know how not to be boring. And when your students are sitting down, you say, "Listen up. I'm the teacher and I know everything." And then you give them projects and you teach them how to learn. And here's what else you can give them. Hard homework. Stars. I have zillions. Timeouts. Laws and bathroom procedures like use your listening ears, sit up straight, and toilet paper goes in the toilet. In case you didn't know. Now, if you are a mommy or a daddy, first you have to get some children. And if you don't have any, you can practice on your dolls or your cat or your baby brother, and then you can put them in strollers and push them around, and you must be good at changing diapers and not throwing up. Here's what else you must be good at. Talking to teachers, liking your children more than other people like them, protecting your children from hot food, sunburn, and other dangers, and tying shoelaces. Now, there are loads of other interesting jobs, like you could be a police officer and arrest everyone. Or you could be a judge and bang a hammer and go around deciding things. You could be a waitress and be friendly and carry food on a tray. You could be someone who helps people, like you could be a vet and you could help a bird. You could be very smart and know all about everything and write a book called How to Know Everything by Me, the Genius. And if you practice every day and you get very good at reading out loud, you could one day maybe become a babysitter. When you have chosen your perfect job, you need to get hired. And first you must write down every single thing that you are good at on one piece of paper, and that is called your resume. I am good at every single thing signed by the boss, me. Sometimes it is so hard to fit everything on one page. So hard you sometimes must have 5. And then you have to keep showing it to everyone and say, "Look, everyone." You must say, "See how absolutely marvelous I am." And you must always bring your resume when you are trying to get the job. Here's what you should not bring. To a job interview, you should not bring your whole family or your gerbils. And when you get there, you must knock on the door, walk in, say your name so they know it's you, and how do you do, which is office language, and it means hello, basically. We're not shaking hands right now, so I'm going to take that off the table and just be like, wave, and sit down in a chair. Now you have a job interview, which is when the boss asks you tons of questions to find stuff out, like, are you a criminal, for example? Oh, personal. My resume says, I love swimming, I love fishing, here I am. Now here's what else a boss might ask you. Can you read and write? Do you know how to use scissors? Can you dress yourself? What time is it? You shouldn't ever bite the boss when he is talking to you, or sit in his lap, or fall asleep. You must always be on your best behavior, except if you're getting a job as a horrible monster, and then you have to be horrible. My resume, give me the job or I'll eat you. Okay. Now, at the end of the interview, you say, please may I have the job? And the boss says, okay, here it is. And that's when you shake hands like, well, no, we're not going to shake hands. That's when you say thank you and hooray for me, I got the job. I am so completely great. And that is how you get a job. Now, basically, you say things like, I'll take care of it. And, oh, sorry, I can't play dollies tomorrow. I have a job. And after a long time, if you're very good at your job and you really work really hard and you don't bite anyone, you could actually become the boss, like me. And then these are some other jobs at the end of the book: a sleep expert, a moose decorator, masters of disguise, a hairdresser, boot explorers, a butterfly keeper, and a dinosaur artist. So that's my book, How to Get a Job by Me the Boss. The things I like about this book are it encourages you to find something that you have a passion for, do something you love. You can't go wrong if you love what you do. And just how to relate to one another, how to be successful in an interview and be friendly and positive. And I am going to go ahead, I'm going to post a little resume questionnaire underneath this assignment. For those of you who just want to look it over, you can, and discuss your answers with your mom or your dad or someone who is caring for you. Or, write your own resume, and you can send it to me or post it on our announcement board. Okay? Boys and girls, I hope you're enjoying week 4 learning, and if you need me, let me know through the inbox. All right. I wish you well. Stay healthy and happy. Social distancing. Have a wonderful day. Until next time.